Welcome to Gwent NGage Bitesize Learning. Today we're going to have a look at nitrous oxide. Nitrous oxide is an anesthetic gas with pain relieving properties. It has been used recreationally and in medicine for over 200 years. It has become widely and easily available for recreational use and can be legally sold for the purpose of making whipped cream. Nitrous oxide, also known as NOS, balloons, whippets, hippie crack, laughing gas, chargers, belongs to a class of drugs called dissociative anesthetics, commonly referred to as dissociates. These separate perception from sensation. Other drugs in this category include ketamine, PCP, and DXM. It can produce a short trance-like floaty feeling in which perception is altered and the body may feel tingly or light. Nitrous oxide is anxiety reducing and is mildly to moderately euphoric. The effects are almost immediate and last less than a minute, 2 at the most. Repeated inhalations of nitrous oxide can extend and intensify the experience. With very high doses, many repeated inhalations, users may experience a full-blown out body experience and/or visual hallucinations. In terms of method of use, this harm reduction advice is very important. Always dispense nitrous oxide into a balloon. Using it straight from a whipped cream dispenser will put you at risk of lung and throat damage because the gas being released is very cold. From the 8th of November 2023, nitrous oxide became a Class C drug. This means that it is now illegal to possess, supply, import, export, or produce nitrous oxide outside of its intended purposes. For example, in a healthcare setting, which I'll mention in a bit. On the left-hand side of the slide, you can see something called a smart whip. The 640 gram smart whip equates to about 78 to 80 of the small canisters that historically we're probably more familiar with. The small canisters holding around 8 grams of nitrous oxide. Historically, what users would do is put 2 of the 8 gram chargers into a single balloon, sometimes known as double ballooning. However, with the introduction of the 640 gram tanks, this now means that it's far harder to regulate the dose of what you're putting in the balloon. This is an example of a company selling apple flavoured nitrous oxide. The same company can supply strawberry, blueberry and watermelon flavour canisters to enhance the drink. Most recently, we've had reports of young people using these flavoured canisters within the Gwent area. This is a really informative video which you can find on the BBC iPlayer. The series is called Drug Maps of Britain. There is episodes exploring cocaine, ketamine and THC vaping amongst others. Birmingham currently has one of the highest hospital admissions rates in the UK for neurological issues resulting from nitrous oxide use, and we'll explore that in the next few slides. In this documentary, Dr. David Nichol talks about how he has been seeing more and more patients presenting with symptoms such as dizziness, tingling in the hands and feet, and in extreme cases, the inability to walk. This was a video that was uploaded onto TikTok, and it shows a group of young people inhaling nitrous oxide from a balloon. In the video, the young person displays that they're using a 615 gram canister. Let's watch the video.
Yeah, I'll go for the next one. Don't worry, I'll go. Yeah, I'll go for the next one. Don't worry, I'll go.
Hold it, right? Hey, that's not even funny, blood. You can't give him no more, fam. You can't give him no more, fam. Fucking balloon. Don't do no. Hey, look.
I got it, shot me. Sleep, 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 sleep. Sleep, 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 sleep.
Okay, just to put a disclaimer in, the young person didn't die on that video. So what we can see is him continuously taking in that breath of nitrous oxide. Inhaling nitrous oxide without oxygen can be dangerous because it can lead to oxygen deprivation. This can cause low blood pressure, fainting, and heart attacks. This can happen if someone inhales large quantities of nitrous oxide continuously. As I mentioned before, nitrous oxide has been used medicinally and recreationally for over 200 years. On the left-hand side, this depiction in 1844 shows the first demonstrations of it being used in dentistry, and this was pioneered by somebody called Horace Wells. The ratio of gas to air in dentistry is typically 50% nitrous oxide and 50% oxygen, also known as gas and air, or Entonox, the same as we would see in hospitals. The ratio can be adjusted to suit the patient's tolerance level, but it must contain at least 30% oxygen. If the oxygen supplies runs out, the nitrous oxide will stop immediately. In terms of recreational, on our right-hand side of the slide, we can see a depiction of people attending a party. And as it says here, those attending the parties describe states of calm ecstasy and involuntary laughter. So in the background, you can see a gentleman holding what looks like a pig's bladder or something of a similar nature, and that would have been filled with nitrous oxide to inspire all the writing that was going on. Also, in Victorian times, they used to pump nitrous oxide through the vents when people were watching plays. This is Tamika Dudley, and she's an influencer from Australia. In March 2019, she came over to the UK and used nitrous oxide every day until March 2019. One morning, she woke up with tingling sensations in the hands and the feet, which led to complete numbness. This is something called peripheral neuropathy. Basically, this can cause nerves in the body's extremities to become damaged. In the video, Drug Maps of Britain, Dr. Nichols explains why someone's nitrous oxide use may lead to this peripheral neuropathy. What he asked us to think about is the spinal cord as an electrical cable with insulation on the outside. When you lose that insulation because the overuse of nitrous oxide, this can cause the user to have a B12 deficiency. What happens is the electrical signals don't travel properly down from the brain through your spinal cord to the nerves, and this is why someone might present with tingling in their feet, hands, problems with walking, or in some instances unable to walk. B12 is important because it helps keep blood and nerve cells healthy. So Tamika Dudley, whilst in hospital, as I mentioned, she's an influencer. So she was uploading onto her social media page. And one of the accounts is day 8, after wee and poo on a pan bowl thing on my bed because it's too dangerous to physically pull me up into a wheelchair. Have to be sponged down in bed because I'm not allowed to shower, it's too risky. The doctors are talking about spending a few months in hospital, then transferring to Sydney because that's where I'm meant to be right now. Physio see me every day. I know it's not going to be overnight. I'll get better with physio. It can take months. Neurology at the PA for nerve conduction test is the next step. I pray to God. Okay, so what actually happened was that with physio and the B12 shot, the feeling did actually return for Tamika, but she was still kind of experiencing that tingling 7 months after. We see loads and loads of reports of young people that never ever get that feeling back in their legs. And there is a video of a mother who took nitrous oxide continuously during a festival, and now she is wheelchair bound. So in this case, Tamika was lucky. Here's quite a recent article about a teenage boy, 16, and the headline is "Almost died when his lung burst and his chest popped like a bubble wrap after inhaling nitrous oxide." So Alex Littler, he attended Parklife Festival in 2022 and was rushed to hospital when he was complaining of swollen neck and breathlessness. You can see the X-ray there. He was diagnosed with a ruptured and leaking lung, and basically told that he was lucky to be alive by medics. So what we've done, if you can't clearly see, you can see the X-ray there of Alex, but also we've put a diagram to your furthest right that is actually showing you what a collapsed lung looks like. This concludes our bite-sized learning on nitrous oxide. So to recap, nitrous oxide can cause a B12 deficiency that can lead to anemia. This is a lack of red blood cells used to carry adequate oxygen to the body's tissues. It can cause numbness in the fingers, which can lead to something called peripheral neuropathy. Nerves in the body's extremities, hands, feet, legs, arms can be damaged. And also it is very dangerous to inhale nitrous oxide directly from the canister and in enclosed spaces. If you would like some more information about the range of services we offer within Gwent NGage, or more information about the training packages we can deliver, you can either ring us on 0333 320 2751 or email us at gwentengage@barod.cymru.